So, did anybody else have fun watching the Titans on Sunday? I mean, I know I did. Even though they lost 34-26, it was a very entertaining game for three big reasons, and I'll tell you why on this next episode of Yankee Sports. We'll also talk about draft positioning and have a conversation about the interim head coach, Mike McCoy. Ready? I know I am. Yeah, intro. So the Titans lose at Nissan Stadium, their last home game of the regular season, 34-26 to the New Orleans Saints. And I have three big takeaways from what I saw from the team as they lose to the Saints. And the first big takeaway is Cam Ward majored in the spectacular today. He went 21 of 40, 251 yards, his fourth consecutive multi-touchdown game. Now, think about this. In the first 12 weeks of his rookie season, Cam Ward had 7 total touchdowns to 6 interceptions and didn't have any games where he had multiple touchdown passes. He's had at least 2 touchdowns in each of the last 4 games, and he's quickly flipping the narrative on his rookie season. And I think if you don't believe that he is a franchise caliber quarterback, then look at the game that he put together against the Saints. He majored in the spectacular. He was able to extend plays with his legs. He made some spectacular throws down the field, showcasing the deep ball accuracy that continues to be a work in progress. I think you need to be very excited about the direction that Cam Ward is headed as he heads into the end of his rookie season. The second big takeaway for me, tight end Chig Okonkwo was headed into the final year of his rookie deal. And as that season wraps up, I think it's worth re-signing him. He had 3 catches on Sunday for 55 yards and had a spectacular 43-yard touchdown that showcased all of his abilities. Paired with rookie tight end Gunnar Helm, you have a nice duo at that position, and I think it's worth keeping them together. There's no need to open a new hole on the roster because you're ready to move on from somebody who wasn't somebody that you drafted. I think it is worth the organization's interest. It is in their best interest to re-sign Chig Okonkwo. And the third big takeaway for me, watching that game, I think the secondary finally fell apart. The Titans' defense, especially the secondary, didn't have its best day. So the unit that has already been shorthanded, you already lost your top 3 corners in L'Jarius Sneed, who was on injured reserve, and Roger McCreary, who's with the Los Angeles Rams, and Jarvis Brownlee Jr., who's with the New York Jets. So your top 3 corners are gone, and then the guys that you brought in to replace them have all gotten injured. So you're working with guys who weren't even on the roster up to a couple of weeks ago. And it showed. Tyler Shuck, the rookie quarterback from Louisville, was able to put the ball wherever he wanted. He went 22 of 27 for 333 yards and 2 touchdowns. And again, he was really able to put the ball wherever he wanted. And we all know the weaknesses in that unit, and we know that General Manager Mike Borgonzi is going to have, it's a tall task for him to make over that position group. It's a unit that needs it probably more than any on this roster. Since we know that you have to build it through the draft, let's talk draft position. With 1 game to go, the Titans sit in the 4th spot. They would have the 4th overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. With 1 more game to go, you feel as if, you know that this is going to be an opportunity to continue to upgrade the talent on the roster. And Mike Borgonzi, the general manager, and whoever is going to be the head coach will obviously have a daunting task of building the talent, not just on the roster, but in that secondary group. They can't fall any further than 7th. 7 is the absolute floor for this team in regards to the NFL draft and their first-round draft pick. So, as I've said, whoever the new coach is going to be working in closely with Mike Borgonzi to try and figure out how best to upgrade that position group. So finally, we need to have a conversation about interim head coach Mike McCoy. I've been very critical of some of the conservative decisions that Mike McCoy has made in his time as interim head coach. But it is worth noting for me, as we enter the final week of the regular season, that this team has gotten better under his tutelage. They went from a team that, quite frankly, wasn't competitive in any area, and you weren't seeing any growth from anybody, including Cam Ward, to a team that going into Sunday had ripped off winning two of their last 3 games. It's a team that he wanted to stay together. He wanted them to compete, he wanted him to fight, and he wanted them to stay together. And as we approach the final week of the regular season, this team has done just that. Now, I know they're not very good. From a record standpoint, it's one of the worst in the league. I understand that. But I do think we need to give Mike McCoy some credit for holding it together when everybody was ready to pronounce this organization DOA, dead on arrival. He deserves credit for keeping everything together, and as we approach the final week of the regular season, I'm here to give Mike McCoy his flowers for what he was able to do under such difficult circumstances. I don't think a lot of people understand just how difficult it is when your coach is fired and you have somebody try to step in and try and hold everything together. It's a difficult situation. It's always hard, especially when you like the person that you were working with and it doesn't work out for them. Mike McCoy was able to navigate a very difficult situation, and I think we as an NFL community and me as a Titans fan should give Mike McCoy some credit. Now, we know he's not going to be the head coach going forward. We know that. But Mike McCoy has done a good job, all things considered. Final week of the regular season, the Titans will play the Jacksonville Jaguars and round things out. They have a chance to play spoiler. The Jaguars are still in the conversation for the AFC South Championship. They've already made the playoffs. So this is just a battle for playoff positioning and a potential home playoff game. The Titans can play spoiler. Kickoff at noon in Jacksonville, Florida. Now, what I want you to do to help us grow, like the video, rate, review, subscribe, all that stuff, and most importantly, drop a comment. I will reach out to you. I will respond. That is my way of interacting with you and helping us grow what we're trying to do here. We're going to talk sports. And the best way for us to do that is together. See you next time.